Hey, greetings YouTube, Performance Reviews, where I give you the review from the technician's point of view. And today, I've got a bunch of vacuums here, and you might be wondering, what do all these vacuums have in common? Well, normally nothing. But today, all these vacuums have aftermarket vacuum bags available, which means you're not just limited to the OEM manufacturer. Now, some of you may remember the Zero G. I've featured this on the channel several times, and one of the selling features of the Zero G is its vacuum bags. They're aligned with Silver Micron, which they have a patent on, and this Silver Micron technology they have, what it does is it inhibits the growth of bacteria, mold, and viruses. And I have found it works quite well. As you know, I use many different vacuums all the time on the channel, but I still pull the Zero G out occasionally to do various tasks, especially if I need to clean somebody else's house or something like that. And so sometimes the Zero G goes 6 months, 8 months, sometimes 12 months without use. And when I do turn it on, it never has any sort of funky odor, which usually if you leave any vacuum with dust or debris in it, you will have some sort of odor. So I can attest to the Silver Micron technology really working. So it's now available for all these machines here. The Recar Superlight Type F, Recar Type A, traditional Kenmore Panasonic U upright. It is available for Panasonic Q and O for the canisters, which also fits Kenmore. We have Hoover Y. We have Kirby SIBO, the actual SIBO upright. And they also have Miele available as well. Though I have videos on Miele's, they're very specific to their bag specifications, and I'm just going to say, stay within those specifications. I have a whole video on why genuine Miele bags are a good idea. For the rest of those brands, it's not going to cause any harm, and you're definitely going to get a little bit of a performance bump. These bags are very high quality. So I've discussed my personal experience with the bag in the Zero G vacuum, but now let's talk about the bag in the other vacuums, which is really the more important part of this video. Now, I can't put smell or bacteria fighting. I can't put that on camera. It's not something that's going to show up on video. It's not something that's going to show up on audio. At least right now. Maybe in the future we'll have smell technology in cameras. So what I decided we're going to do is I have 3 vacuums with OEM bags in them, and we're going to test the suction and airflow and see if it's any different with these replacement bags. And if it's the same, well, that's good. If there's difference, we'll show that as well. So first up, let's test the Kirby. We'll do the Hoover, and then we'll do the Kenmore. All right, the Kirby was getting 29 inches working, 31 sealed. Let's test the Hoover. So the Hoover was getting 40 inches working and right about 70 inches sealed. So you can see why this Hoover was a fantastic value. About 62, 63 sealed. And about 30 inches working. Let's go ahead and change the bags. It doesn't get any easier with Kirby. We've gone ahead and we've changed the vacuum bags and everything. I want to go ahead and state the Hoover Y bag seems to be missing the gasket. So that is something that's kind of a little disappointing. Though if you have an older model Hoover Y, it doesn't take advantage of the gasket, so I could see why that decision would be made. So it depends on your machine. So suction on the Kirby was exactly the same. Next, let's test the Hoover. Just a little bit above 40, so if anything, the Hoover is getting better airflow with those. Let's test the Kenmore. So if anything, you're getting exactly the same numbers in terms of suction and airflow with these 3 examples. Now, I am not going to go waste your time and test all 10 or 20 styles they have available right now. I will, but I wanted to test these 3 since they're very popular vacuums, and I think if you're looking for generic bags, these are probably the top 3 of those styles that are out there. Now, some of those who are astute may have noticed with the Kirby bag is it seems to be missing this tab here. And what they did was they made the cardboard shorter. That tab doesn't really serve any purpose. It lines up here, so it still fits it perfectly well. So if you're wondering why that's kind of a little different shape, they simplified the design on that. So there's a close-up of what the size difference is. I guess you're trading the gasket for a bag closure when you do this. Though you can see when you actually do this on this style machine, it's actually riding up against the cardboard and really not touching the gasket too much. on these older designs. So the gaskets, again, really more for the really new Hoovers, not for the older legacy ones. There's one other fitment thing in the industry when we're talking about generic bags, and let's talk about the Oric CC bag. So I have an old style CC bag, and at some point, Oric, in order to try to phase out this new old stock, changed the size of these prongs so that the old ones would not fit in the newer machines, even though they're both technically CC. So you either have to cut that on, this is a genuine Oric bag, to make it fit on a new style machine, or you have to buy all new bags. So this has that little cutout that will work on both styles and clip in place. So I really appreciate that design cue from Zero G. And if you're one of those few people who have one of the last good Recar Simplicity products, to take the Type A, I'm going to show you what that looks like in comparison. Again, very good, very much the same thing. I'd say the crimping's much better on the top than the genuine. And that just fits very nicely in there, how it should. This looks like a genuine Recar Type F to me, the way that they did this. So a lot of these bags really are excellent. Let's pull this out. I mean, damn, that looks the same to me. I guess I need to change my Type F bag. So I just kind of want to show that, you know, yeah, these are all going to fit. They all are to spec, it seems, which is really good. So that just fits in there, has a nice snug fit. In conclusion, if you're looking for a bag that's going to fight odors and bacteria, well, this is a no-brainer. Also, with the rising cost of everything, these are a great value proposition because you are getting more bags for less money. So there's that as well. So thanks for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up if it helped you. If you have a question or a comment below, I'm definitely going to monitor it for the first 24, 48 hours like I always do. So go in there, jump in the comment section. If you'd like to get these bags and support the channel, I will hopefully have a link below that will benefit the channel. And as always, thank you to our Patreons who help make this sort of thing possible as well. Have yourself a wonderful day.